Hey tubers, with more monetization problems going on with YouTube, I figured this is a great time to talk about another source of revenue from video. So let's get down to it right now.
You are the one that I will call when I'm drunk. You are the one that I just need to feel loving.
Hey tubers, the music and the images that you just saw on the introduction of this video are actually what you would call part of the stock film, video, and music industry, which anybody can participate in. Now, I'm not going to talk about the music end of things, but if you are a musician that produces your own original material, you can actually get involved in these same companies to sell your music. But for this video, we're only going to talk about the video and photography end of things. Now, the video industry of selling video footage, it's actually called the MicroStock industry, and it's worth tens of millions of dollars globally. And anybody with a basic good camera and a bit of editing skills can make money from this. What essentially it amounts to is you taking a video of things, can be anything, landscapes, animals, cityscapes, time lapses, you name it, and chopping them into little pieces and putting them up on these brokerage sites, for example, Shutterstock or Pond5. Now, I got into this a few years back, and I have a portfolio of probably 1,000 clips on various sites, and I make additional revenue from it. It's one of my multiple sources of income as I travel, and it's continually growing as I continue to add to the portfolio. For example, this image I'm about to show you from Pond5 is one of my more popular videos. This was shot at Vancouver International Airport. Some of you have probably seen it. It's been licensed hundreds of times and probably generated $5,000 or $6,000 worth of revenue over the years. And that's just one of my videos. Now, you can do the same thing with pictures too. Now, pictures, you don't earn as much money, so I don't really sell pictures very often, but occasionally I will. Now, the thing you got to remember is you want to be unique and try to do things that other people don't do. And try to avoid things that have already been done to death, like flowers, for example. A lot of beautiful flower pictures and flower videos out there. Very nice, but it's been done to death. Now, I will have a link in the description down below for Pond5 if you want to check it out, read about it. I suggest if you're interested, take a look. Now, another way, if you want to get into making videos and you don't feel like taking a camera and shooting things and editing them and then uploading them, what you can do is I've been offered to sell my portfolio. You can actually approach people like me, which of course I'm not interested in selling, and buy their portfolios and sell them. You know, you basically own the copyright to everything, but you're selling licenses over and over. So when you have a clip, you're not selling that clip, you're selling a license to use it. And you can license that over and over. Now, what makes this industry work is the fact that if you are a producer making a television commercial or a documentary, and you need a shot of Los Angeles or Vancouver or London or whatever, it doesn't make sense to send a cameraman and a producer to shoot that. It's too expensive. You go to a brokerage site like Pond5 or Shutterstock, and you just license the footage you want and use it in your production. It's very simple, it's very efficient, and it makes sense. Now, don't expect to get rich quick off of this, and don't expect revenue fast. It takes time to build up a large portfolio, but over time you can make money. For example, on this display here, there's an image of my earnings from today. Now, today was an exceptional day, of course, but I made a few $100s US from a professional license of a couple video clips that I sold. It's all extra money. And if you're a nomad like me, having multiple income sources makes sense and diversifies your income, giving you a bit more stability, because let's face it, you can't all make your money off YouTube. Now, you don't need a very expensive camera to do this. A basic camera that can shoot in 1080 will work, and some cheap software that you can render out your clips in QuickTime is pretty much the starting end of things that all you need. So most people have cameras that can shoot like that. I think my first clip I sold was probably about 6 years ago, and I made $13. And to me, that was proof of concept because it wasn't even a great clip. And ironically, some of my garbage sells quite well, whereas some of my best work hasn't. That's the paradox of the industry and the business. I don't understand it, but I take the money. So if you're interested, I suggest you check it out. Check out Pond 5 and Shutterstock, and maybe you already have some video up there that you could sell. Just throwing it out there, trying to help the nomad community, all the travelers that want to make money as you travel around the world like I do. So in the meantime, folks, stay safe, keep your wheels on the ground, and I will talk to you soon. Over and out.
1, 2, 3. Some say that love don't hurt, but I've got you stuck in my memory. Some say that hearts come first, but